last month, it seems like he's kind of back in that Heisman discussion in every poll or whatever. What does that mean to you to see him back in that position? And I'm sure none of that surprises you, even though he had one tough week.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Melvin's just such a special player and a special guy, and I've been saying week in, week out. I think there's things that he can do and he's done that other players can't do. So I'm happy and glad to see that he's back in the race. I thought it was just a matter of time before he got back up there, just because he's just such an exceptional player. But I'm happy for Melvin, but I know Melvin's not satisfied, and I know we're not satisfied as a team, as an offense, as a defense, as a special team. So we just want to keep getting better and better. And Melvin's going to continue to have success. He's that caliber of a player.
Is that one of the goals for you guys too, the rest of the way, to keep him in that discussion, keep him in the spotlight?
Well, if Melvin's in that discussion, that means we're doing something kind of right. So that's a good thing. But I'm sure Melvin's not too, I guess, bent out of shape by it. He just wants Wisconsin to win. He's just that team player.
Is this a special week for you, given where you're from?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I first came to Wisconsin, didn't really think I would ever play Maryland in the Big Ten. But I'm happy to see them and Rutgers during the conference. They're only going to do good things in it, and they've shown and proved that they're tough, resilient teams, and I'm just excited to play them.
You know some guys on the team, or?
I know a couple guys on the team. Not too many, I would say.
With the two byes, does it feel like the first half kind of crawled along, and do you anticipate that the second half of the season will fly by?
I guess when you get a bye week, you can kind of sit back and relax. But when you're in the first half of the season, you kind of wake up and all of a sudden it's game 6. You're like, holy crap, that went by real fast. And then I'm gonna wake up someday and be like, holy crap, it's game 10, game 11, game 12, whatever it is. So the whole season seems to fly by, and at certain points it seems to crawl by. Whether it's 20th rep of inside drill, whatever it is. You just think, oh, this is that period, or that clock has just stopped right now. I'm convinced of that. But in the grand scheme of things, everything just flies by.
And as far as where you saw this team, way back when, 6 games in potentially, and where you are right now, how close are they in matching expectations versus the way things have gone?
Talking about our team?
Your team, yeah.
Obviously our expectation for every season is to win every game. We haven't done that to this point, but I think we've gotten better and better each week, and I think that attributes to the good week of practices we've had, and all we got to do is continue to do that and just continue to grow.
As far as Northwestern losing twice and kind of resetting the whole Big Ten picture for you guys, it's easy to say win out. Do you feel good about where you're at that way, given what's happened to Northwestern since you played them?
All we can control is us. We're not worried about what anyone else is doing, how anyone else is doing anything. All we can control is us, and that's all we're going to control. Because anything else would just be almost crazy. Just because you can't have any say or of how other teams play. So we're just Wisconsin's going to worry about Wisconsin.
What do you remember about when Nebraska came here for the first time?
That was
11. That was Russell's year.
My redshirt freshman year.
Freshman year.
I just knew all the history that Nebraska had, and it was a night game, it was a big game. It was a great environment here in the camp, and it was an even better game. On our end, we did some good things. Ended up fortunate enough to win the game, and it was just it was a special thing.
Was that due to Nebraska's name and stature in college football, do you think? Was it aided and abetted by that it's Nebraska? I remember it was our first game in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I guess a little bit. They've had success all throughout their program. Obviously they're a top tier program in college football, and I think anytime you get to play someone new for the first time, it's going to be a big game, and you're going to see the same thing here with Maryland and Rutgers. It's going to be 2 huge games, and this week we're obviously only focused on Maryland. That's kind of what our world revolves around right now, and I'm just excited to go out there and get a chance.